Dave, we'll start with Clayton Kershaw. How was his sim game just from your position? What did you see from him today?
My vantage point, I thought it was good. I think he touched 88, which was great to see. I thought he used. I don't remember a curveball, but I think it was fastball, slider, and we got out of it what we hoped for. He came out of it feeling good, feeling strong, and he was, had no tentativeness. So that was a real positive today. And his next one will be 2 innings in Rancho.
Do you see this just as kind of through each week progression, continuing to build up? Is that kind of the focus right now, considering he continues to feel healthy?
Yeah, I think so. Right now we're way ahead of schedule, so I think that's really encouraging. So I think just every event that happens, just continue to move forward and build on the positives.
So you just said that he's going out on a rehab game. That's the next.
I think
step?
it's going to be I think it's going to be a simulated game in Rancho. I think when we're on the road.
Gotcha.
I think because we're leaving, so I think it's a 2-inning sim game there.
Where is this headed as far as just the process for him to come back? Where are we at?
I don't know. I think that if you're talking about spring training, it's still going to be. It's still, I think for me, it's like the 6 weeks is something where it's probably fair. If you're looking at the progression of a pitcher, doing his first day in spring training, the second day of pitchers and catchers, essentially doing a 1-inning situation. So then you're talking about 6 weeks. But obviously with Clayton, we're going to kind of read and react. But I think there's still going to be a consistent process.
You don't get to see him consistently, so where were your expectations of what you were looking for today and what you saw?
I was looking for a clean throw, seeing how the ball was coming out. I've seen some bullpens. I saw it today, and I didn't see him guarding anything. He felt free and easy. So for me, my eyes told me it was really, really positive.
Coach, did anything surprise you about last night's loss? Anything you took that surprised you?
Not to take anything away from, Hudson, their starter, but, I was just surprised we didn't catch more barrels because it really wasn't a velocity thing, but he did a good job of missing the barrel, putting the ball on the ground.
Dave, obviously it's May, it's June, but you guys have had an extended period of time here where hitters haven't made adjustments to kind of get out of this rut. Is that concerning for down the road? Because if this happens at the wrong time of the year, like it has the last couple, your season could be over. Are you looking for guys to make adjustments quicker?
I think that's fair. I'm not concerned at all about down the road as far as the postseason, but I am, mindful of, in a game, having a game plan, and if it's not exactly what we expect, to be able to pivot and make adjustments in game to win a baseball game and perform offensively. So I do think that we can do a better job of that.
Dave, have you considered at all tinkering with the top 4 or 5 hitters in your order, alignment-wise, in any way?
I think if anything, I'll say I've thought about, potentially splitting up the 2 lefties at the top. And I think it's just not against right-handed pitching, potentially against left. And I only say that because it just gives that opposing manager team that runway. With the right-hander, they're going to have it in the 7th or the 8th inning. But, with that left-hander, they have it, 3, potentially 4 times that particular night, and not have the Will Smith tax. So I'm thinking about it, but, I'm not going to do it tomorrow. Gomber is a neutral guy, so I'm not too concerned about that. But it may be a guy with a lefty that has more splits. I might think about it. But if I do, I would certainly have Freddie be a part of that conversation.
Dave, Shohei's batting average, it's dropped 35 points the last 15 games. Is there any direct correlation between the hamstring contusion and his performance?
He doesn't, his words, he doesn't feel it when he's swinging the bat. I think, I guess maybe that, he's a finely tuned machine, and sometimes, in a context of a sports car, when it's not firing on all cylinders, it just doesn't run right. So I think that getting him back to health, when his back was bothering him a little bit, you saw some funkier swings, a little bit more chase, hamstring bothering him a little bit, you see a little bit of the same thing, but I think that he's getting close to where he needs to be physically. I think that, staying to the big part of the field is a remedy. And, yesterday I thought he made some outs to the right side of the diamond, where when he can stay inside the baseball through it, he's better.
Could you say that for a lot of your hitters, using the bigger part of the field?
Yeah, I can. And so, this is another guy that the changeup is his best pitch, and, if you can kind of use the big part of the field, it keeps you on the soft stuff, and the air's kind of drying up, so the ball's flying a little bit more. So, you can, go out of the ballpark to all fields, as the summer, as it starts to heat up.
In general, with it now being June 1st, just how would you assess the first 2 months of the season? I know you just kind of talked about wanting to see some offensive adjustments happen a little bit quicker, but in general, as you look at these first 2 months of the season, I guess what are your takeaways?
I think the takeaways in totality, obviously we're up there in runs scored as a team. I think the bottom part of the order has gotten better in the last week, so that's stabilized some things. I think that there's been some consistency at the top. Freddie hasn't found his swing all year, but still, remarkably, has been a solid performer. So that's actually encouraging, I think. But I think situationally we've been better too. So some good things.
Dave, go ahead.
Where is Brusdar at in his rehab process?
Brusdar's not even playing catch right now. So in the context of spring training, so if you're not even playing catch, you're at least a couple months away.
Dave, how was your conversation with Kendall George out there?
Good. Kendall's got the night off tonight, so he'll get over there and watch his teammates play. But just to get him here and have him take some at-bats versus Clayton, to talk to some of our guys, myself, front office, and just check in on them. So we've done that with players in the past. So just being that the geography is just so close, it was good to kind of put eyes on them.
Did you ever get to do that when you were a player?
No,
coming up with
I signed for $1,000, so
yeah.
organization wasn't as invested.
Well,
no.
Like Juan Alonso was up here a couple weeks ago too. There's been like a cycle of guys.
Yeah, no, it's good. I think we do as good a job as anyone with that, and just kind of seeing how his first full season has gone, and what the effects it has on his body, and playing every day, the grind of it, because at that age, he should be in college right now, and so it's a big adjustment not being from home, and so for him to be able to kind of come here and have conversations and know that he's not on an island, I think that's a good thing.
Dave, when you were a player, how much did sleep or sleep science ever come up?
Never. We had a good time. We didn't sleep a whole lot when I was in the minors. But no, now it's rest, recovery, diet. A lot of things that are great. That's another reason I just think that the athletes are better than they've ever been. There's just a lot more good information.
How much organizationally do they help guys with sleep specifically?
A lot, really good. I mean, that's one of the questions I asked him. He doesn't drink alcohol. He sleeps really well. he's on a 4-day-a-week workout regimen, and so we talk about it a lot because you can kind of track it. So it's really helpful. Yeah.
Dave, what would you like to see from Yamamoto?
From Yoshi, it's a heavy right-handed lineup. They're aggressive. They've got a few guys that walk 4 or 5% of the time. I guess it seems commonplace where I talk about aggressive hitters. Command. I mean, it's command. He's going to use this mix, but if he can get strike one, it's going to be a good night. It should be an efficient night. He should be able to get through 6 innings. And if he doesn't and starts working behind, to walk some guys, then it'll be a little bit more, a tough of a task.
From what you're seeing, how much do you think Yoshi is getting used to all these routines, schedule, travel, stuff?
Seamlessly. He's doing great. I think he's very comfortable, very confident. I think that we were fortunate in the sense that he just trusted us from the beginning, and he has a good support group, and he's learning the league. He's in a good routine, a good rhythm, and he's pitching really well. You got it. Yep.